And we say good morning to you. We're broadcasting live today, as we are. Good morning. We're on the road at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And it was, of course, not that way a couple of days ago, but it is today. Cleanup continues around our region of the storms. We're here, ready to talk sports again after taking a day off yesterday, ready to go. Tomorrow, back at Lingerfield Drug Center in Elizabethton, and Friday, Food City Friday, kicking off, ready to go. The 2023 high school football season, the Railroad Rumble. Part 3, the Elizabethton Cyclones and the Carter County Bank folks versus Science Hill, the Bank of Tennessee, the Railroad Rumble, Part 3. Can't wait. Airtime 6:30 on Friday night, kickoff at 7 o'clock. The Cyclones and the Science Hill Hilltoppers from Kermit Tipton Stadium in Johnson City. In fact, our pregame sponsor now for all the Cyclone sports, Phil's Dream Pit. Love it, love it, love. Phil said out, or Brian in this case said, I want Phil's on the Cyclone sports in Elizabeth. And we got a lot of folks coming from Elizabeth to eat. We want to continue to promote our product to the Betsy fan base and to the opponents they play. In this case, Friday night, Science Hill. So it's good. All right, Phil's Dream Pit. Here we are. It's Wing Wednesday. It is. And so all the wings, again, today on every Wednesday, and Wednesdays only, 4 wings on one side for $10.49. They've got the single wings for $1.39. You can get the wing platter, which is 6 wings and a couple of sides for $13.99. You can call it in or come get it. Phone number is 349-6437 is the number to call, 349-6437. The sauces, buffalo, original sweet, dry rub, garlic parmesan, dry fire, and sweet Thai chili. All that coming up, again, right here on Wing Wednesday. 349-6437 is the number to call in and place your order or come by and get it. Doors open at 11, and got kids here already eating. They're wolfing it down, and that's good. It's the way it always is. Of course, they were here yesterday. We weren't. Tuesday through Saturday, they're open. They're closed on Sundays and Mondays. The national anthem, we've got some college football to talk about. The AP Top 25 polls out. Tennessee is not preseason. Number 10 in the land, which I find interesting, but we'll see. And then we also have Major League Baseball, high school sports, busy. Our guest today, Courtney Whitson. Oh, can't wait to talk to Courtney. Dobbins Bennett's all-time leading basketball scorer. And Courtney Whitson now playing for the Blue Raiders of Middle Tennessee State University, the Lady Blue Raiders. She'll be here in a few minutes. Talk about basketball. Also, I'm sure we'll squeeze in her faith and her testimony because she is a young lady who is, yes, she is dialed into the good Lord, and that's awesome. Also, Greg Seiger joins us a little bit later on. Christy Riddle comes by with Elizabethton Cyclone merchandise she's going to showcase for you. And also, if you're a Cyclone fan. And then also, we'll be joined by Jeff Birchfield, sports writer, Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times News. All that and a whole lot more. We're on the road here again, broadcasting live, as we are. We're on the road here at Quest for Perfect Barbecue, Phil's Dream Pit. I love coming out here and see if this does it any better. See if this will make it any better. Okay, well, we'll stick with this today. Love coming to Phil's Dream Pit. The Quest for Perfect Barbecue. National anthem time. Here we go. It is, and they are, or better English, they are the Kingdom Heirs from Dollywood on the Tom Daly Sports.
1, 2. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er
I like it. Again, the national anthem here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us wherever you may be. We are broadcasting live, as we are. We're on the road today. We're here again at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Again, kids right here, they got a pork platter, beef from, turkey and brisket, and pork, chicken, beef brisket. I get it? Good job. So 349-6437, the number to call. It is, as we said, Wing Wednesday. So only time they do it's every Wednesday. 4 wings and 1 side for $10.49. The wings platter, 6 wings and 2 sides for $13.99. Can't beat it. And then, of course, the flavors, or I guess you call them the flavors, Buffalo Original Sweet, Dry Rub, Garlic Parmesan, Dry Fire, and Sweet Thai Chili. Those are the flavors that you can get. I guess is what you call the flavors. So anyway, quick break. We'll be right back, and we'll jump right in here and go. Got lots to talk about. Our first look at sports will be the top 25 college football. Right after this, from Ivy Hall Nursing Home on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. One of our great sponsors on Cyclone Football. Again, the great folks at Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Joseph Taylor, tell us what it's all about.
Yes, sir. We specialize in short-term rehab or long-term care. We accept all major insurances. We accept Medicare, Medicaid. What we really love is people that come in that have had a knee replacement, hip replacement, come to Ivy Hall for some inpatient rehab. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We have a full-time respiratory therapist. And Tom, you can see I'm a big guy, so you know I like food. I know good food, and Ivy Hall specializes in home-cooked meals, three good meals a day. You can catch me every day right at the door getting my tray myself.
There you go. That's awesome. How do we find out more about Ivy Hall on social media?
Yes, sir. We have a Facebook page, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or a website, ivyhallnursing.com.
One of our great sponsors, folks. Glad to have them on board. Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
These are the hands that planted the seed and pulled the weeds and fixed the engine and harvested the crop and loaded the truck. But of all these hands do, nothing is more important than being a good neighbor. From the farm to Food City, local produce is all in a day's work.
I got a brand new heat pump in my house because this gentleman, it is awesome. He can help me, he can help you, and you guys have been busy. Tell us how you can help us.
Well, we're getting ready to hopefully get some warm weather. It's hot today, kind of turn, so definitely now's the time to get your air conditioner checked out, spring maintenance. And this is the time to do it. Don't wait till it's 95 outside and not working. Better jump on it.
Yep. Preventive maintenance is always the best on everything, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, especially, we go from heat to cool so much around here, and you never know what's going to be tomorrow. So good to have it checked out and make sure it's going to be ready to go.
What are the telltale signs that things aren't going right on our heat pump?
Well, I mean, that's the bad thing about, it doesn't work. You get home and it's 90 degrees in the house. But we can look at a lot of things. We look at, amperages on motors, bearings, the coils, and clean the coils, and just make sure. We can see a lot of stuff on the back end of it that prevent it from tearing down in the future. So You don't want, during the winter, you get high electric bill. That's the big thing you see. Because it'll still work a lot of times in the winter. Your auxiliary heat will spin that meter off a while.
Oh, yes.
But, summertime, it's a little different. You just come home and it's hot in the house.
So what can we do to make sure our heat pumps, the filters, keep them
Filters,
changed?
be sure to change your filters every month. I tell people all the time, when you get your electric bill or just something you do monthly, just tie it with your filter. Whenever you get electric bill, change your filter. It doesn't have to be the electric bill, just anything. Just change your filter. It doesn't have to be the best filter in the world. People ask me all the time what filter I use. I don't use expensive filter. Just don't use one you can see through, but
Yeah, be a little thin. Yeah, good point. We're talking to Michael Vance of Vance Heat Pump. So, website, social media, and when you do new installations, what do you use? Which brand?
oh, we're not particularly branded. We do a lot of Rheem, Bosch. Bosch is a really high-end unit, but Rheem and Bosch are two big ones. We also do Air Temp. We do Mitsubishi mini splits. We do geothermal, Intertech geothermal units. We do gas furnaces, air conditioners, geo,
Residential,
residential, light commercial. We do a lot of churches.
Churches.
Things like that. Yeah.
social media. How do we find you?
AdvancedHeatPump.com, and we're on Facebook also. So.
Can you put us on a regular maintenance program?
Absolutely, yeah. So we got a few options for that. If, like in your case, you just got a new system, this coming year, just do a one-time tune-up. It's $90. We come out, check it out, just make sure it's doing what it's supposed to be. If you want a twice-a-year maintenance, it comes with a few discounts with it. We come out, check it in heating and air conditioning, go through the whole system, at least, in heating mode and cooling mode, and that's a, twice your visit, and it's $190. Or you can wait till it tears up and just pay me to come out and
Put in a new one. Phone number to call?
926-2665.
One of our great sponsors of the Tom Daly Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Love promoting these folks because I got a brand new heat pump and it is nice. Advanced Heat Pump Systems. And back on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here again at Phil's Dream Pit. She's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. The quest for perfect barbecue. Going to catch up with her in just a second. All right, the verse today goes like this. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. Look at you bringing me hats. She knows how to win. There you go. You guys want to go ahead and order lunch? Go ahead and order it when you get going. Hello, Mr. Bennett. Hello, Mrs. Bennett. How are you? Y'all have had a night, ain't you? A week. Yeah. Yeah. Tougher than pine knots they are, though. All right, here's the verse today. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. Today, certainly no different. It goes like this. Psalm 16:20 says, "Praise be to God who has not rejected my prayer or withheld his love from me." That's the verse today here on the Tom Daly Sports Show. She's here. Courtney Whitson's going to join us coming up here in a second. All right, top 25 college football polls are out. This is the AP top 25, so we'll see what you think about this. It goes like this. Georgia, to nobody's surprise, Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, LSU, the top 5. Then comes Southern Cal, Penn State, Florida State, Clemson, Washington, the top 10. AP, Texas at number 11, Tennessee at number 12 preseason. Then comes Notre Dame 13, Utah 14, Oregon 15, followed by Kansas State, TCU, Oregon State, Wisconsin, and rounding out the top 20, the Sooners of Oklahoma. Then comes North Carolina, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Tulane, and Iowa. Those are your top 25. Again, Tennessee rolls in at number 12 preseason. So, let's see. You have Southeastern Conference landed the most in the poll with 6 teams. Pac-12 and Big Ten close behind with 5. So, your top 10 again, Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, LSU, Southern Cal, Penn State, Florida State, Clemson, and the Washington Huskies are your top 10 preseason, top 25 college football. All right, quick break. She's here. The all-time leading scorer, that's pretty cool to say, for Dobyns Minute Sports, Dobyns Minute Basketball. And now a Blue Raider from Middle Tennessee State, a Lady Blue Raider from Middle Tennessee State University. She joins us next right after this break from one of our great sponsors. It would be these folks right here, Phil's Dream Pit, where it is Wing Wednesday. Back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Our buddy again from right here at Phil's Dream Pit, proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Brian Pipkin. Every Wednesday is Wing Wednesday. Tell me about it.
Wing Wednesday is something new that we're doing. Interesting story with Wing Wednesday. We did a catered event for a company called Trade Bank. Most of their customers are also our customers. So when we catered this, we're catering 90% of the people there have already eaten our food. The owner of Trade Bank requested wings, and I said, I'll whip you some up. Not something we normally do, but we'll work it out, which is a great thing we'll do for you. If we need something, we'll try to work it out for you. If you need something special done, especially on a catering, we want to make our customers happy. So we did some dry rub wings, which Phil's done a lot in the past, but not most of the time he does them for him or for the team or for a special occasion, but not something we've done in the restaurant. And all of these people came up to me and said, please, why can we not order wings? Why are these not on your menu? What's going on? Are you crazy? And I said, well, I don't have the smoker room to cook wings. We can't figure that out. But started working on it, and I said, you know what? Can't figure it out, but maybe I can figure it out one day a week. So I'm going to fire it. When we fire up the smoker and put pulled pork on it, we're going to put wings on with it. We're going to cook them today and have them ready to go for you for tomorrow. Every Wednesday we're doing that. We're serving wings. We've got our Memphis style dry rub, which is my personal favorite, probably our best seller. It's the same rub we put on our dry rub ribs that we put on wings and smoke them. We do have a spicy buffalo wing. We've got a dry fire wing that's got a little hotter seasoning on it that we do here in-house. Got a garlic parmesan, and then we've got what we call an original sweet wing. It's just a wing that's got our sweet sauce on it, and the customers seem to really like them. We got a lot of people that come in here every Wednesday just to get the wings, and if you've not had a smoked wing, it's a different experience. Chicken really takes the smoke flavor well, so despite what sauce you may put on it or what kind of rub you put on it, the heart of it's that hickory smoke coming off that smoker, and they've been really good. We're happy with them, happy with the way they're doing it. It's something we plan on continuing doing. So Wing Wednesday, every Wednesday, only Wednesday, unless you have a special event and you need wings for that. You know, if you go to give me a week or two notice and you say I had a gentleman to get 200 for a church the other day, and he said, can you have me 200 wings on this day? And I said, yes, sir. You've given me enough notice. We'll have you 200 on that day if you want them. So if you need them on a Tuesday or a Friday or a Saturday, if you call us ahead, we'll try to have them ready for you if it's as long as it's an order worth a run. But yeah, Wing Wednesday, every Wednesday.
Phone number to call is
423-349-6437. You can order most of our menu online at philsdreampit.com. Wings are not on there because they're too hard to take on and off every Wednesday. But if you want wings, just give us a call on a Wednesday.
Wing Wednesday, folks. Every Wednesday, 349-6427 right here.
37.
349-6437. Try to do that from memory. Tells you about my brain. 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue, and Wing Wednesday. Every Wednesday. Proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Look who stopped by. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. It's so good. Hello. It's Courtney Whitson. Here, hold it. You can get a little,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear you. I want to get you a little closer.
There you go.
No sense coming out if they can't hear the young lady. So, how goes it?
It's good. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Absolutely. Love having this lady. We've had her on, gosh, a long time ago when you were at Dobbins Bennett. I had you on one time.
Yep.
So, am I right in saying all-time leading scorer at DB?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Boys or girls?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Courtney Whitson, of course, I guess it's still the winningest basketball program in the country in high school was Dobbins Bennett. So, we were there for 22 years. And so, hello, Bart Lyon. I knew Bart would be watching.
Yeah, hey, Bart.
Worth the drive. Best barbecue in the Tri-Cities, worth the drive. So, you know Bart Lyon, don't you?
Yes, sir.
He's a fine feller. So, all right, let's talk about it. So you played at DB, moved to Middle Tennessee State. This is your COVID year, is that right?
Yeah,
You got one more
my
year?
fifth year senior.
Fifth year senior. How's it changed? Or shouldn't we back up? How's it different, high school basketball to college basketball?
I would say the speed of the game. That was something I had to transition to, especially my freshman year. and just athleticism all across the board. You get there and you're not the only one that can compete. So you gotta do the little things to separate you. So
You're the big fish on the high school level, and in college they're all big fishes, right? Everybody's pretty
Exactly.
good.
Yeah.
Who's the best player you played against? We had to,
Oh, that's tough. I played against some really good players. I would say like my freshman year, Nancy Mulkey, she's like about 7 foot. Big old girl. I wouldn't say she's necessarily the most talented, but she's definitely a challenge just because it challenges my game as well. On offense, I have to create different shots so I don't get blocked every time.
craft carrier. So how did you get your shot off? Head fakes? What'd you do?
Well, I kind of brought her to my area, so my coaches, they were like, instead of, which I could get her in the paint, but it was gonna be a lot more tough than that. So I stretched the floor, made sure I stayed outside the arc a lot, and made her come out there. And so she came running at me. I would go by her. If she wanted to stay in the paint, I would shoot the 3. So
There you go.
yep.
So you made her work to your
Yeah.
benefit. That's good.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
What's your average right now so far in college?
Grade point average or
Well, we'll get to that in a minute, but scoring average, yeah.
I think it's like 10, maybe like
Awesome.
10 points,
Yeah.
12. I don't know. I think it went up. It fluctuates between 10 and 12 a lot. So I'm
Rebounds?
a dirty work player. Yeah.
Rebounds a game, how many?
I think it was it 10 this year?
Double?
Yeah.
I knew that. I was just wanting to tell me that. So
Yeah.
double in college, coming out of Dobbinsville and now Middle Tennessee State.
Mm-hmm.
What's the prospects of this year's team? What do you think about this year's team?
We got some returners, that have been starters for us. We also got a lot of new girls. They're coming in when I go back this next week, and I'm interested to see how these pieces fit together. We have a lot of shooters. We got a lot more size than we've had this year, so I'm looking forward to that. I won't have to play in the paint as much and do what I do, but I'm excited for it. We have a good mix of new and old, I guess. So.
We're talking to Courtney Whitson. We're live here again at Phil's Dream Pit where it's Wing Wednesday. What's the toughest part of college basketball for you?
I would just say the sacrifice, which, I was talking to my mom about that the other day. I've had to make sacrifices for the game my whole life, but you get to college and you have all these other things going on. You got school, you're away from your family, and then you got to wake up every day, make the sacrifice for the game that you love. So just keeping that consistency every single day is probably the toughest part. So.
Grade point average, what are you majoring in?
So I majored in English and minor in athletic coaching and officiating, and I ended up doing some secondary education, student teaching, and I'll hopefully finish that out when I'm done with basketball. But my grade point average, I think, was 3.8 something.
Wow.
So
People don't
Not
understand playing basketball, playing any sport in college.
Yeah.
It's almost like a job.
yeah.
And so to be able to maintain your grades and keep them at any kind of level is really, really tough. You're doing a lot of studying on the bus or on the plane or whatever. So it's not as easy. Everybody sees it on TV and the glitz and glamour, but it's pretty tough behind the scenes, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I don't know if that's exactly correct. My pa can correct me on that.
It sounds good enough.
Yeah,
I'm going to
sounds
go
good.
with it. 3.8, 3.9.
Yes, sir.
Who's
Yeah.
going to argue with that? We're talking to Courtney Whitson. So you, again, see this is your last year.
Mm-hmm.
So you have hopes to go to the WNBA or not?
Yeah, so I'm keeping all my doors open, whether that be playing professionally, wherever that may be, college coaching. I'm keeping that door open, and teaching high school and coaching high school basketball. So those are my kind of 3 main options I'm looking at right now. Wherever the Lord leads me, I'm going to go. So.
Amen. So who's your role models on the basketball? I mean, who's your mentor? You want to be a coach someday.
Mm-hmm.
So who have you watched and liked their coaching style, and who would you like to try and, I guess, mimic when you get a chance to coach?
Well, obviously, Coach Rick Insel is just every single day getting to play underneath him. I try to be a sponge. He's intense, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. But his knowledge of the game, and he kind of trains me up. It's pretty cool in practice. You'll see he's training me to be the leader in the leadership position of a coach. He'll make me huddle up my teammates, and he'll tell me how to go about certain situations. So that's been just an amazing experience for me, and also my coaches who I've grown up playing for. I still play for Sean Potts every single day when I'm in town, and he's coached me since middle school. So people like that, I owe the world to. So
what have you done this summer to work on your game?
I've been working on a lot of ball handling. I also had surgery about a month and a half ago on my ankle. I heard it last season in volleyball class.
Of all things.
Yeah, of all things. So that was the one time I think Coach Rick didn't talk to me for about 2 weeks. But so I had surgery. Ended up being a blessing in disguise because they went in there and found some pieces that they needed to remove anyways. So I had surgery, and then once I got back working on a lot of like acceleration, getting to the basket, my finishes at the rim, ball handling, expanding my more so like guard moves this summer. That's what I've been working on. So
Every day's your resume.
yeah.
What you did yesterday, my dad told me all the time. What you did yesterday doesn't matter. Today's a new day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day's your resume. So every day you're in there getting better, getting better, getting better. Always
sir.
trying to improve. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
So Coach didn't talk to you for 2 weeks when you hurt your ankle?
No, and that's a scary thought. Like, he just talks all the time, so if he's not talking or looking your way, I was like, oh, I'm in the pit, and it's hard to get out of his dog pit.
In the old doghouse.
Yeah.
You're out now, though, aren't you?
Oh, I'm out.
You're out
Thank
now,
God. Yeah.
What a neat lady. What a pleasant, you can just tell the joy of the Lord's in her heart. Talk about your faith, because you unashamedly tell everybody about your faith, and I love that.
Yeah, it's who I am.
Mhm.
It's my identity for everything. I try to make that, I'm not perfect. I fail every day, but I try to make that, I pray all the time that it's my motive. And everything that I'm doing, they would lead me with passion, lead me with humility. It's who I am. And, life, as it continues to go, it only gets... there's joy, but there's tough times, and it just grows me. So the way I've seen my faith grow over my college years is just unbelievable. In the good and the bad times, it continues to stay steady. So,
Got a favorite verse?
Colossians 3:23. That's what I sign with. Whatever you do, work wholeheartedly as working for the Lord and not for men.
Amen.
So I sign with that, and I try to live by that. So,
Amen. It's a good one.
yes, sir.
Look what she brought me. Is that not cool? A Middle Tennessee ball cap from Courtney Whitson. You going to sign it for me?
Sure, I'll sign it for you.
I don't think I got a Sharpie, but I got a
Y'all
pen.
got a Sharpie?
No.
They might have one in the car, I'm sure.
They may have a
We
Sharpie.
can-
They got a Sharpie up there.
Yeah.
So I'll get them to get a Sharpie. I want them to sign
Okay.
this right here.
There
so.
you go.
Courtney Whitson. Now, on your schedule this year, do you come anywhere close here so we can come watch you play?
I know we play the Lady Vols, but we're playing in Huntsville, Alabama. So that's not too. We go to Liberty, which is what they're in our conference
Lynchburg?
this year.
Yeah.
So that's pretty close. What, 3.5 hours?
3.5?
maybe? Yeah. So
Yep.
that's probably as close as we get, other than Murfreesboro. But we got some new teams in the conference this year, so I'm looking forward to that. Just a little bit of change. So
What's your uniform number?
33.
Number 3 in her program. Number 1 in her mama. Mama's heart. There you go.
Yeah, I am her favorite. I
Oh,
always
are
tell
you
her
really?
that.
Are you the fave? Oh, really? How many is there?
There's 6 of us, and I
6?
like to
and
say I'm the favorite.
You're the fave. Okay. Well, that'll be an interesting ride back to Kingsport.
Yep.
So, yes.
I even signed her birthday cards that I'm the favorite child.
Oh, do you really?
Yep.
Not only does she believe it, but she's proud of it. So there you go. That's awesome. Courtney Whitson, you're a treat, lady. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. We're
Yeah.
going to be tracking you this year, and I'm going to try and get you on. I will get you on the phone periodically and just talk during the season, see how you're
Okay.
doing.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank
Awesome.
you for having me.
Oh.
Appreciate you.
It's my honor. What a neat lady. Neat lady. Appreciate her very much. We are live here again at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Courtney Whitson, the all-time leading scorer in Dobbins Minute basketball history, guys or girls. She is the daddy rabbit, or in this case, the mama rabbit. And now playing at Middle Tennessee State University with the Lady Blue Raiders. And I'm honored that she would come and spend a few minutes with me before she heads back to Murfreesboro and get cranked up and ready to go for the new season. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're live here. Up next, Christy's in the house with Show and Tell. Cyclone merchandise. We're 2 nights away from football. Opening night of Cyclone football right here in the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Absolutely. You've got great reasons for this loan, such as remodel. If you remodel right now is a tax season, you might earn some money back off of that. Why not remodel the kitchen or anything that's needed, and it applies equity in your home? That is the best way to do it. Or an addition to the home, such as, an additional study or a garage, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't beat it. And also, you've got tuition. Your student, your children are going to be going, off to school
At some point.
eventually, maybe.
Yep.
And if that's their choice, then, why not look into that? That's important. That's a huge equity that you can plan for as well.
Do the rates stay fixed?
There is fixed rates, yes.
The rates will stay fixed for the
Yes.
the time of the loan,
The APR,
life of the loan.
you can do fixed, and then you've got variable option as well, but fixed for sure.
So home equity line of credit, remodeling, tuition. What's the third one?
Well, you've also got financial emergencies. You know, you never know when you got to have a vehicle in today's world to get to work or to drop your children off to school. If you've got 2 bad tires and they go out, man, that's about, what, $200 right off the bat for 2 new tires, something like that. So financial emergencies, it's very good to plan for that and to put money back, or just have money set aside for financial emergency situations. But our home equity line of credit, you can't beat it, and we will help you any way we can. And also, if you want more information about that, definitely visit bmycu.org and look at all those rates and look at all of those loans that we can provide your family.
Home equity line of credit, Northeast Community Credit Union. Again, locations in behind Elizabethton High School, 19E, Roan Mountain, and Oakland Avenue, Johnson City.
That's right.
There you go.
You got it.
bmycu.org. The phone number is
423-547-1200.
one of a great sponsors of the Tom Little Sports Show and Cyclone Sports would be Northeast Community Credit Union.
Elizabethton FFA makes a positive difference in the lives of students by developing their potential for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success through agricultural education. It's more than learning about cows. It's becoming the problem solvers for the next generation. We are the future biologists, chemists, computer programmers, journalists, teachers, electricians who will feed our future. By creating a family atmosphere, the Agriculture Department, especially FFA, can become your home away from home. Through contests, leadership events, fun trips, and chapter activities, FFA is a great way to learn about the world while developing yourself into the best person you can be. We invite you to enroll in an ag-based course and be active in Elizabethton FFA. We'll save you a seat.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we are live again at Phil's Dream Pit. It's Wing Wednesday, by the way. Let me tell you again what you get. The daily special, 4 wings and a side for $10.49. The wing platter, 6 wings and 2 sides for $13.99. They got buffalo, what would you call it, flavors? Wouldn't be fragrances.
Flavors.
Wouldn't be, why would I say fragrances? It's not a cologne, Tom. God, flavors, thank you. You write that down, because when you're gone, I'm going to say, what am I supposed to say? Christy said, say flavors. Okay, see, you're a big part of this show. Flavors. Buffalo Original Sweet, Dry Rub, Garlic Parmesan, Dry Fire rather, and Sweet Thai Chili. Good stuff. So we have show and tell from the Elizabethton High School APO, which stands for
Athletic Parent Organization.
Athletic Parent Organization.
Yes.
So you want to be your van? I'll hold them. You describe them. How's that?
Well, there's not much description. So we've got new apparel. We're picking it up. We've picked half of it up. We're picking up more today. We just wanted to get it in the hands of all of our fans before Friday night.
Yep.
So we'll be down there tonight if anybody wants to run by and grab some apparel.
At the stadium?
At the stadium at 5:30. We got this new football shirt here.
Cyclone football.
Yeah. I just brought a few things.
I like that one. Cyclones football.
Yep. And we have football. Of course, we're not going to need this one tonight. It's a hoodie.
It's a hoodie?
Yeah.
Yep.
But I've got more short sleeve things down there, and
do I have it on the screen? I can't
yes.
see what I'm doing.
It's perfect. Yep.
Is that good?
All good. Yeah. So we're excited. We're
price
ready.
Price points are?
Anywhere from $20 to $30. Short sleeve shirts are usually $20. Long sleeve shirts are $25, and regular crew necks and hoodies are 30 and 35. So
Good stuff.
we've got Nike baseball hats. We've got some of the Booney floppy fishing hats.
The Booney floppy fishing hats.
Yeah, that's
I
what
like
I
that.
call them. So I don't know what they're called. But
That's all
anyway,
right. That works.
And we also have everybody's favorite, well, my husband especially, we bought all kinds of cowbells to sell. So we want to hear some noise Friday night at the game.
Yep. Friday night, Railroad Rumble Part 3 at Science Hill to get it started. We're very excited about that. So
Yep.
we're going there at 6:30. The broadcast kick off at 7. So these come in what sizes?
From small, well, we have youth sizes in some, and then adult sizes is small through 3X.
There you go. Good job. Tonight at the stadium.
Tonight, stadium, 5:30, probably there for a couple hours at least.
Yep. So if you're interested in getting some of this new merchandise, get it while you can get it, right?
Right.
Because it'll go quick.
It will go quick.
Yeah.
We can reorder, but, we're even going to set up and sell at the Junior Cyclone games on Saturdays.
Awesome.
So give them an opportunity to buy some things and for their kids coming up. And we've got some Betsy Cheer shirts for the little girls and some football shirts for the boys. So
It's a big seller. People don't understand what kind of numbers. You sold dozens of shirts last year.
we
didn't you?
did. We sold a lot. We're very blessed that people in Elizabethton like their Cyclone apparel.
Yep. There you go. And they put their money where their mouth is.
That's right.
They scoop it up.
Yep. And every dollar we take in at the team store is given right back to the school for the athletic programs, for every athletic program at EHS.
Save me one of these, 2X.
I'll do it.
I'm gonna buy you. That's not. I'd buy that one. That's not a 2X. But
Oh no.
are
that
you
was
hungry?
Maybe.
Yeah. You like Phil's, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So
I do.
get what you want. You've been a guest on the show. You're awesome. Tonight, 5:30 till probably 7:30
Yeah.
at the regular place at
Yes.
Citizens Bank Stadium. They'll have the stuff ready there to sell
Yep.
for you to purchase and get it, and that way you can wear it Friday night at the game.
Yep.
If you're so inclined.
Yeah.
Maybe not the hoodie,
And
although it's going to be in the low 80s. Not going to be nearly as hot as it has been, but
True.
maybe not hoodie weather. But if you're so inclined, wear it. If you like wearing hoodies in hot weather, wear it.
Or get them
She'll
before
have-
they're gone.
Get them before they're gone for the cooler weather, which is coming. We know that. So, all right. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, sir.
So, awesome. Did I ask everything? Did I do it all?
I think so.
You get it all right?
Yep.
Love working with this young lady. She does during the regular the games. She'll give me merchandise, come up there and promote during the broadcast, which we like, and the home games, which we won't have till September the 15th. But
Right.
the other way to look at this is, if you're a Cyclone fan, the last 3 regular season home games, or last 3 regular season games rather, are at home.
Yes.
Now next year we have 6 at home and 4 on the road. So
Yep.
we just persevere. Everybody's going on about how we only have 4 home games. Okay. But
Hopefully
the last
we'll
3,
have more.
yeah, you get in the playoffs,
That's
you have
right.
more. That's all. That's when they count.
That's exactly right.
So, all right, thank you, ma'am. You're
All right.
awesome.
Thank you.
Christy Riddle, quick break. We'll be right back right after this. One of our great sponsors making it go. Who would that be? I'm going to toot the horn of Carter County Bank on the Tom Daly Sports Show.
This is Andrew McKeon, president of Carter County Bank. Carter County is blessed with amazing characteristics. Natural beauty, caring people, and locally owned small businesses all make our community one of the best places in America to live. Remember to support Carter County small businesses with your purchases, because for every $100 you spend at a Carter County owned business, $45 stays here to create local jobs and support our schools. When you spend $100 at a national chain store, only $14 remains in our community. So no matter where you roam, hurry back home. Let's pull together to support local business and make our community even better. Carter County Bank is big on small business, locally owned and managed to support our first priority, Carter County and the people who live here. Visit any of our branches or go online to cartercountybank.com. Carter County Bank is a division of Bank of Tennessee, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
So I'm Dr. Beth Cannon of Cannon Family Dental. We do a little bit of everything, cosmetic dentistry, general dentistry. We see all ages of patients. I like that patients are comfortable with bringing their family here. With smaller children, they're some of my favorite patients to see. We always try to make that first visit super happy, where they get to come in, sit in the chair, see how they get pictures of their teeth and get their teeth brushed with a little silly brush. There's multiple families that have been with me since the beginning, and their kids were, my kids' age, like 7, 8 years old, and now they're grown up driving. They drive to their own appointments and make their own appointments, which is wonderful, and getting to see the kids and grow up with them. It's great to be a part of that. So if any of you are looking for a new dentist, we would love to have you join our family. Definitely give us a call if you'd like to come in.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Some more fallout now from, again, the Pac-12, but this kind of doesn't go away. Here's another story about it, so let's see what they're saying. 4 remaining Pac-12 teams trying to figure out what they'll be playing next year, 2024. For Cal, Stanford, Oregon State, and Washington State, it ain't going to be about the money. If they join the Mountain West Conference, they're going to get about $4 million a year compared to what they've been getting now, which the priority now is finding a conference to call home. Oregon State and Washington State have little value, at least compared to the $21 million they are set to earn in the last year of the Pac-12 contract. Now they're going to drop down next year. They go to Mountain West, is about $4 million a year in media rights, and the AAC pays $7 million. You can do the math. They're going to lose $17 million in one and $14 million in the other if they don't join another conference and have to go that route, which they don't want to do, obviously. Florida State and Clemson among the teams that said no, they didn't want Cal or Stanford to join them, and so they had to have a majority vote, as we talked about earlier in this week, and they didn't. They came one vote shy of landing a spot of the ACC last week, where they'd be getting $40 million a year, so they're looking at the jingle, and understandably so. That's a big drop. So they dropped from, they could possibly gotten $40 million a year from in the ACC. They're going to get $21 million this year, and then drop if they don't hook up with one of the big boys considerably. And hello, Charlie Hutchins. Hello, Jonathan Morton. She did say the programs will not be available tonight at the stadium. So they're not done printing yet. I think that's what she said. So, but they won't be there tonight. San Jose State. Let me say it again. San Jose State, Fresno State, University of Texas at San Antonio, East Carolina, and Florida Atlantic are the teams that they'd be jumping in with the Mountain West, the AAC, some of the teams. So not too attractive, I wouldn't think. And if you just look purely at the money, they're taking a big hit, losing big bucks by losing the opportunity to play in the Pac-12. Because Pac-12 is going away, and it's gone away, basically, for all intents and purposes. So coming up, talking baseball, Greg will be here to talk Major League Baseball. See what's going on with that. Jeff Birchfield joins us later in the show here in the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Tomorrow we'll be at Lincolnfield Drug Center. And then coming up on Friday, we'll kick it all off for Football Friday. We'll be live at Food City on a Food City Friday, crank it up, ready to go. So I think we told you. No, I didn't tell you because I wasn't here yesterday. So the TSSAA has reduced the penalties for Elizabethton and Unicoi County. Forrest Holt went down and met with them, and at the appeal on Monday, Elizabeth and Unicoi County got a reduction in the probation. We know all about the fight and all that happened on May 6th. The 1-year probation for Unicoi County has been removed totally, and the 2-year probation has been cut from 2 down to 1 for Elizabethton. Why? Don't know. How come I don't know. So people have asked me that for the last 2 days, and I don't know that answer. I wasn't there, and I don't know why Unicoi County went down to 1 from 1 to nothing, and Elizabethton went from 2 years down to 1 year. Don't know. But that's the final vote. That's the final statement, and there you go. Also, The shot clock, high school basketball, off the table for at least 3 years. Makes no sense. But decided the subject, TSSAA decided the subject would not be discussed for at least the next 3 years. So the shot clock is off the table for the next 3 years. So there you go. That's how it's rolling. Again, people ask me, why did they say that? I say, I have no clue. I don't know. She's here, obviously, settling into the seat. We'll let her get ready to go. We'll come right back, and we'll find out about catering from Michaela Miller on the Tom Taylor Sports.
We're all picky about our produce, and whether you're a thumper, a sniffer, a squeezer, or just plain particular, we promise no one is more picky about produce than Food City. That's why we're introducing our Picky Promise. Whether it's from farms down the road or tropical produce from the ends of the earth, we guarantee it's fresh or we'll replace it. You see, we're picky about produce, so you don't have to be.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, look who stopped by, our buddy Michaela Miller, Phil's Catering. How you doing, lady?
Good. How you doing today?
Well, help turn you up right there. They can hear you. There you go. I'm doing good. Everything going good in your world?
So far, so good. Been pretty busy this morning, as you've seen.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I love it. So before we get into the catering, which we're going to talk about here in a second, it is Wing Wednesday. Tell us about Wing Wednesday.
Well, daily special, you're going to get 4 wings, one side, $10.49. You can do any flavor. We have buffalo, original sweet, dry rub, garlic parm, dry fire, and sweet Thai chili. And I've got a big wing platter. You can get 6 wings and 2 sides for $13.99.
Do you call those flavors?
Yeah.
So
sauces, I guess.
Sauces.
There we go. Sauces.
Well, I said fragrances a while ago, and I'm thinking,
oh, that
it ain't smelly
spritz,
stuff. Yeah, it's not cologne. I don't know why I said fragrances. I guess because I'm a doofus. So what is it now?
Sauces.
Sauces.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So buffalo, original sweet, dry rub, dry fire, garlic parmesan, and sweet Thai chili. Which one's got the most kick?
Definitely dry fire.
Dry fire will light you up?
Yeah, if you don't like heat, which I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. So you have the wing platter, 6 wings, 2 sides for $13.99. 4 wings and 1 side for $10.49. If you just want to come and get wings,
as many as you want, $1.39 a piece.
$1.39 all day long. It's only on Wednesdays. Wing Wednesday. All right, so there you go. Let's hit this right here. Here we go. Talking to my buddy Michaela Miller from Phil's Dream Pit. Catering. Tell us catering opportunities using Phil's Dream Pit.
Well, where do I start? You call me, you tell me how many people you want. It's $13.99 per person. It'll be a 15% gratuity on top of that with a $200 setup and serve food. I make your sandwiches. We'll serve all your sides. We clean up, get out of your hair, and you never know we were there.
What are the options on the menu?
Pretty much it's open game.
Anything?
Yeah, open game.
Yep.
Okay, the hash brown casserole. We don't do the hash brown casserole in bulk or catering at all.
349-6437. Catering opportunities for any event coming up. Give them a call right here at Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue, catering any event. Call her, ask for Michaela, and let her step you through how she can help you with catering from Phil's Dream Pit, one of our great sponsors on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and on Cyclone Football. There you go. So, biggest catering party you've done so far this year, number-wise?
250, 300.
250, 300?
Yep. It was actually a, what was it? The car dealership. They were like feeding the police and all the firefighters and anybody that could show up from here, from anywhere. And we showed up with, I think, enough for 150, 200, and we had to come back to the restaurant and get a little bit more.
Really?
Yep.
That's awesome.
It was insane.
Yeah. What's the most popular side you sell?
Baked beans.
The beans?
For
Yeah.
sure. Staple.
I'm telling you what, she turned me on to this about 2 or 3 trips back. I came in and said, you ever tried our macaroni salad? I said, nope. The macaroni salad is awesome.
Yes, it's sweet, but not
Yeah.
too sweet.
You sell a bunch of it too, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So, good stuff. Phil's Dream Pit, Interstate 26, Eastern Star exit. The quest for perfect barbecue. Let's talk one more time. Let's do one more too. I want to talk about the Dream Bikes, because that is a biggie.
Yeah.
And
Football season.
Yeah, hang on here just a second. Let me get myself all set up here. And here we go. Talking to our buddy Michaela Miller, one of our great sponsors here of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Dream Packs. Tell us about the Dream Packs. What's that all about?
Dream Packs. We start at 4 and go up in even numbers as big as you need. You get meat, 3 sides, sauce, and buns. All that's included. We do offer plates, plasticware, gallons of tea, but any number you need.
Feeds 4, feeds 8. They do it in increments of 4. So if you're going to the ball game and don't want to cook, call in, get the Dream Packs, come by and pick them up, 349-6437.
Yes, sir.
Call ahead, and we're on our way to swing through, pick them up. Tailgate, Dream Packs, good way to watch them, or take it to the house, watch it. Either way, good way to watch a game, isn't it?
Very much so.
The Dream Packs. Phil's Dream Pit, 349-6437 is the number to call. Can we order it online too?
You sure can. Online, call it in. Come on down.
There you go. Phil's Dream Pit, 349-6437. The Dream Packs, proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabethton Sports. There you go.
It wasn't horrible, I guess.
You done?
It
See
wasn't
there?
horrible.
Like the doctor. Next. So pay at the front, please. Take 2 aspirin, call tomorrow, and just pay at the front. Dr. Taylor. Now we have another one that sits down with us. That would be Mr. Sowers. He's going to talk a little baseball. We got a lot to talk about, and we'll do that right after this. We're joined by one of our sponsors. That would be the kids from, let's hit this one, from Northeast Community Credit Union.
Check your credit score for free. There's no charge. It is soft pull, so it doesn't affect your credit. You can check your credit age, your credit history, your credit payment history, your usage, what you would qualify for with Northeast Community Credit Union as far as an auto or a mortgage. It tells you all of those rates starting at so-and-so. Check it out. It's at bemycu.org, and we'd love to have you as a member.
Mobile app. Tell me about that.
The mobile app is an award-winning 24/7 feature that we offer. It is free to our members, and you can check balances, do transfers, look at your e-statements, do anything like that at no cost.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's available, folks, basically 24/7. You can do either one of those, Credit Sense or mobile app. Social media, how do we find you?
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, bemycu.org.
Hours you're open?
We are open Monday through Thursday, 8 o'clock at the drive-thru. We open the lobby at 8:30. We close at 4:30. And then on Fridays, we're open 8 o'clock at the drive-thru, 8:30 in the lobby. And we close at 5 on Fridays. We are open Saturdays, 9 until noon at every location.
And our branches are?
They are the Rome Mountain, 19E in Elizabethton. Our main office is at behind Elizabethton High School. And in Johnson City, we have one off West Oakland Avenue.
Yep. One of our great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, the good folks at Northeast Community Credit Union. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Well, we got a special treat today. Mr. Cyrus, you're talking baseball, and it's his birthday.
It's my birthday.
Today is his birthday, so let's get this over with. Is your mom watching?
She's watching.
You want me to go bass or go soprano on this singing? I'm gonna sing it.
You better go bass.
I better go.
No, go soprano. I want to hear that.
Happy birthday. I can go high and go low, baby. What do you want? Which one you want? I can go either way.
Let's go low.
You want me to do a mix?
Yeah, do a mix.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. What a nerd.
I think
I'm not done.
Okay, go ahead.
Happy birthday, dear Greg. God, what a dweeb. Happy birthday to I'm done. How embarrassing. Good grief. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Good night. All right. So, hi, Ev.
Tom thought I was 50.
It's all right. So,
Yeah.
is Ev watching?
She's watching.
Ev,
watching.
where is she? There she goes. Get the right hand in the screen. Good job.
Yeah.
We had a lot to talk about, sir, on
Yes,
your
we
birthday.
do.
So you're going to have birthday lunch. It's going
Yeah.
to taste a little better down here today because
Yeah.
he gets to eat for free, and on top of that, it's his birthday. So I'll make sure they know that up front.
And do I get to pick what I want?
You get to pick anything you want.
I know.
Yes.
I already know what I want.
You get. It's your birthday. You get to do. You want me to serve it to you? I can even bring it over and serve it to you. I can bring you the beans, or whatever you want me to bring. So,
Yeah.
all right. Talking Major League Baseball. Got a lot to talk about. They're going to be joined by the kids from the Salvation Army, ringing the bell for the holidays.
Oh yeah.
How many days till Christmas? You know the countdown.
I'm sure you
Christmas
do.
Eve?
I'm
I
sure
do.
you do, but I'm not sure.
100.
Look, 31.
He's right. 131
31.
till Christmas
Wow.
Eve.
Okay. I know Christmas Eve's on Sunday this year. I can always tell you.
Yeah. As a pastor,
I can
you would know
always
that.
tell
yeah.
you what. Yeah, if Christmas or Christmas Eve is on Sunday, I can tell you that. It
We
is
want.
Christmas Eve.
We're going to make an appeal already starting. I want people to help me ring the bells this year. Love ringing the bells for Salvation Army and the kettles.
Yeah,
It's a
I
cool
got a lot
thing.
of friends that do that. I've never done it, but I've got
Yeah.
a lot of friends that do it.
You said you'd do it. All right. Greg's my captain. We got one already.
Didn't say I wouldn't.
Greg said he's in. He'll come over there one day and help me ring the bells.
Yeah, I
ring
like to ring
for the
the bells.
kettle because it helps a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there hurting right now, and you know that.
Yeah.
So, all right, here we go. We're going to talk some Major League Baseball. He's our MLB update guru. And hello, Pastor Stout, watching. He says, what'd he say? He says, I'm hungry, Brother Tom. So, Pastor Bobby Stout, he's a jewel. I'll tell you what, he is. You know how many stints this guy's? You talk about somebody that's a walking. How many stints he has, and he's still out there walking every day? 21 stints.
21 stints.
21 stints, and he's still out there. It's like a Timex watch.
Wow.
Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. 21 stints.
Wow.
So, is that not incredible?
That's incredible.
That's the Lord's hand all over him, is it not?
It is.
Yep. All right. Let's start with the Braves.
Okay.
Bryce Elder last night defeating the Yankees, a one hit to New York.
Yeah.
Whew.
It was dominant.
Yes. Bryce Elder got help from Marcell Ozuna and also Ronald Acuna Jr., both homering.
Mm-hmm.
Braves have hit a Major League best 231 home runs. They're on pace to hit 314.
Mm-hmm.
Even how about this stat? Even if you take Olson's 43 out, who leads the majors, they still lead the majors in home runs. The Braves.
It's phenomenal.
Is that an incredible stat?
Yeah. it
Take
is.
Olson's home runs out of the equation, they're still the team with the most home runs in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
And they just
Crazy.
so if you're a Yankees fan, there's a bunch of them out there. You get one hit.
Mm-hmm.
You have lost 4 in a row and 7 out of 10 going nowhere fast. You're a 500 ball club. Is Boone in trouble? The manager?
Here's the funny thing, you know. I think as far as I think a lot of fans say, yeah, he should go. It's like the Steinbrenners don't want to get rid of him.
Yeah.
You know, I think they've had a few opportunities that they could, and they've not pulled the trigger. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised maybe if they did. I think they like him. I think they like what he does and how he goes about his business. And
So what's wrong with the team? If you're not going to can the manager, and I'm not advocating the canning, but that's usually the first one that gets the hatchet. We'll just go get a new manager.
so it's the same. The Yankees have the same problem that I'm seeing with a lot of teams right now. They either have good pitching and sorry hitting,
Yeah.
or sorry hitting and good pitching. They can't score when they need to score, or they score a bunch of runs and give up a bunch of runs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm seeing with 3 or 4 teams right now. They're either they either can't score when they need to, or their pitching just lets them down.
We'll
So
take
it's bad. I mean, it's bad to be in that situation, but a lot of teams are there.
We'll talk a little bit about Shane McClanahan coming up in a minute, and Bobby
Okay.
Miller, the rookie for the Dodgers.
Yeah,
Let's
18 straight.
18. Put down 18 in a row. The rookie pitcher for the Dodgers last night. And Shane McClanahan's on the shelf. Done.
Yeah.
For this year and next year.
Tommy John surgery.
Yeah. Gone
Yes.
for this year and all of next year.
Yeah.
Shane McClanahan is the ace, I would think, of the Rays, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And they're a beat-up pitching staff right now.
Yeah.
We're live here again at Phil's Dream Pit. Again, we've had Courtney Whitson. We have had Christy Riddle. We got Captain coming in just a few minutes. And Miss Montgomery's in the house from the Salvation Army. And we're also going to be joined by Jeff Birchfield coming up here in a minute, talking a little NASCAR and high school sports. We start our coverage on Friday night, the Cyclones and Science Hill, Railroad Rumble Part 3, ready to roll on Friday night from Kermit Tipton Stadium in Johnson City. Orioles have won 6 out of 10. They still have a 3-game lead over the Rays. The Blue Jays, my thing printed out today. Isn't that cool? Is that not? I don't know why. It just printed it.
It just printed right.
The right way.
Yeah.
Must be living right. I don't know.
Awesome.
Toronto has won 2 in a row and 6 out of 10. The Red Sox have won 2 in a row and 6 out of 10. And the Yanks, as we said, have lost 4 in a row. They've lost 7 out of 10. So the Red Sox are still hanging for a chance in the wild card.
They are. They're only 3 games back in the wild card, and they're hanging around. You know, I still say it'd be weird for 4 teams out of one division to make the playoffs, but it could happen. I don't think it will, but it could happen.
In the Central, the Twins have won 3 and 6 out of 10. In the West, the Rangers, by the way, Twins lead the Guardians by 4.5. In the West, the Rangers 3.5 better than the Astros, 7.5 better than the Mariners. The Mariners have won 7 out of 10. The Angels are sinking fast.
They are.
They've lost 2 and 7 out of 10. So the Angels are 3 under and going south pretty quick.
Yeah, 13.5 games back in the division, 8 games back in the wild card. This is probably just not going to happen for the Angels this year. I mean, we had high hopes for them, but it's not looking good right now for them. Texas set a record, by the way. I don't know if you're aware of this one. So broke a record that was formerly held by the Atlanta Braves from 2021, and that is the most games they've played in this year where a position player has pitched against them.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So they have had 11 games this year where the other team has used a position player to pitch against them. The old record for one season was 10, and that was the Braves in 2021. So
that's a pretty neat stat.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, just happened.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the National League. Braves have won 2 in a row and 7 out of 10. They are the Braves. Enough said.
Oh.
Phillies have lost 3, but they still lost 3 in a row. They still have won 6 out of 10. They're 12.5 back in the Central, but the Phillies are the top team in the wild card right now.
They are.
In the Central, Milwaukee with a 3.5 game lead over both the Cubs and the Reds. And in the West, the Dodgers have won 9 in a row. And everybody chasing them. Let's see. Giants have lost 7 out of 10. The Diamondbacks have lost 7 out of 10. And the Padres have lost 7 out of 10. So the Dodgers are getting it together. They got another game today with the, I'm going to double check here. I'm pretty sure they've got got Milwaukee again today.
Yeah.
Clayton Kershaw on the mound, 10-4. Whew. He's getting right at the right time, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. Let's run down the schedule today. Detroit at Minnesota, the Pirates in New York against the Mets. Arizona at Colorado, Tampa Bay at San Francisco. The Redlegs tonight, Andrew Abbott on the mound, hosting the Cleveland Guardians for the bragging rights of Ohio. Houston, does that still mean something? I guess it does, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. They still have the Ohio Cup, but they play for.
Yep. Houston at Miami. Oakland at St. Louis. The Nationals hosting Boston. Philadelphia and Toronto. Good one there. Good matchup. The Yankees in Atlanta. Charlie Morton on the mound again tonight. His turn on the wheel for the Braves at Truist Park. White Sox and the Cubbies will battle tonight. That one will be at Wrigley Field. The Angels in Texas to battle the Rangers. Seattle at Kansas City. Baltimore at San Diego. And Milwaukee and the Dodgers, as we still go out of Dodger Stadium. Who won? Did Baltimore win last night? They didn't. Yeah, got beat 10-3.
They lost. Yep.
Behind Michael Waka, who went 9-10. So Orioles. So in the wild card race right now, it goes as follows: Phillies, San Francisco Marlins in the National League with the Cubs and Reds on the outside looking in. The American League, Tampa Bay, Houston, and Toronto on the outside looking in. Seattle and the Boston Red Sox. So, and a lot of baseball left, so it can still change. But that's what's going on right now in the wild card world. So, hello to Connie Helms, hello to Pete and Crystal Slagle. Tomorrow night, no, not tomorrow night, Thursday night, Cyclone football,
Thursday
Railroad
night,
Rumble.
which would be tomorrow night.
They play Friday. I keep thinking this is Thursday.
No, this is Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm so excited I got to sing happy birthday to him. That's really good.
I know.
So, that was special. So, and I could tell you
I was hanging on every word.
You were, yeah. You were trying to fight off tears. I don't know whether it was sadness because I can't sing or joy because it's your birthday, but you were fighting back those tears.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I was.
What else going on in baseball?
So I have not been on since Michael Lorenzen's no hitter.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, 123
Phillies.
pitches, most pitches he's ever thrown a game. So here's the funny thing. I follow his mother on Twitter.
Michael Lorenzen's mother on Twitter?
Yeah, Cheryl
Okay.
Lorenzen. She goes to like every game. I mean, it's amazing.
Every game he pitches just goes to every game.
I think every game he
Yeah.
pitches. But yeah, so this woman is, of course, rabid fan of her son, and it amazes me how.
We'll put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's
So.
always wore Vans cleats, which I guess Vans just make them for him, because
Mhm.
I never heard of anybody else ever having Vans cleats.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was pretty awesome game that he threw. His second game in a Phillies uniform, and it's a no-no.
It's an incredible story. Guy
Yeah.
goes over and pitches in Vans or Vans cleats, but the Vans shoes is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And so as a result of that, the folks in Cooperstown, the Hall of Fame, want his shoes to put on display,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool. Have you ever been there, by the way? The Hall
I
of
have.
Fame?
I have.
That's on my bucket list. Go to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that was, when kids graduate high school, they all go to the beach.
Yeah.
I went to Cooperstown after I graduated high school.
That's cool.
I went to the Hall of Fame.
Your mother probably knew there's probably a pretty good chance we're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
At the Hall of Fame versus going to the beach with a bunch of boys.
Yeah. So I went.
She's
to,
all
I
for
went
it.
she went with me. Her and Dad took me.
Oh. Well, now we know you're okay.
Yeah, my
'Cause
grandma even went.
There you go.
But yeah, that's who went. Me and my mom and dad and my grandmother went to Hall of Fame after I graduated from high school. It was the year that Lou Brock and Enos Slaughter were inducted. I think Archie Vaughn maybe that same year, and Al Barley, the umpire, maybe as well. But
cool.
There is a picture. My mom has a picture of me in her house standing beside Lou Brock's Hall of Fame plaque that was still on the rotating thing that they would put the plaque on for the induction ceremony. And it's weird because I'm wearing a Toronto Blue Jays hat of all things. I know. I just like the logo, I think, back then. so I did go to the beach because I remember buying the hat at Myrtle Beach.
Wow.
I bought
You
a
go
Toronto.
to Cooperstown as a Reds fan wearing a Toronto Blue Jays ball cap.
Yeah.
Because you liked the logo.
Remember, I was a teenager.
You were. I got you. I
was
totally
17.
understand. I understand.
And got to meet Enos Slaughter after that and mentioned to him that I was there the weekend of his induction. And he signed an 8x10 picture for me. He wrote a book on that thing.
Awesome.
Yeah, about, the date that he was inducted and all that on the picture, and put my name on it, all that stuff. So that's pretty cool.
It is cool. He's a birthday boy. You better get in line because it's stacked and packed in here. So.
Oh, there is a line.
Yep.
Well, I know what I want.
Well, go get what you want. Happy
Yeah,
birthday.
Thank you.
I sang to you, or
Yeah,
kind of sang to you.
That's made it special.
Oh, a big splash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I went in this morning. There was a cake sitting on my desk from my wife. And my secretary had, like, how many donuts? 3 6-packs. So, 18 donuts.
Wow.
There for me. And all kinds of candy. There's all kinds of candy there for me today. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to put off the candy. I will go into a diabetic coma, and I'm not even a diabetic if I eat all this sugar that people have put out there for me today. And so I don't want that.
Well, we're trying to sweeten you up on your birthday.
That's it.
Yeah. Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Yes, sir.
Happy birthday to my buddy Greg Zeiger. Our Major League Baseball guy's been with us virtually every week. We're at show number 1910 out of 2000 coming up. Amy Morgenstern's going to plan the big hoorah the first of the year. We're looking forward to it, and he's going to be a part of that. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll go from baseball to the Salvation Army next on the Tom Taylor Sports.
This is Pastor Fallow, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church in Elizabethton, and we'd love to have you come be with us. You and your family be with us on Sunday. I'm standing here in the lobby at our visitors table, our welcome table, and there's packets made up with tells you a little more about the church and get acquainted card, and then also a mug and some things in there for you to take with you to remind you to pray for us. And we've got a place for you and your family and want you to come. Our goal is for you to know the Lord Jesus Christ as your Savior. But beyond that, to find your purpose and contentment in life of knowing Him, walking with Him, and serving Him each day. And so we want you and your family to come be with us Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Wednesday night. We're looking forward to seeing you soon. You can find a little more information about us online at pleasantbeachbaptist.com.
So I'm Dr. Beth Cannon of Cannon Family Dental. We do a little bit of everything, cosmetic dentistry, general dentistry. We see all ages of patients. I like that patients are comfortable with bringing their family here. With smaller children, they're some of my favorite patients to see. We always try to make that first visit super happy, where they get to come in, sit in the chair, see how they get pictures of their teeth and get their teeth brushed with a little silly brush. There's multiple families that have been with me since the beginning, and their kids were, my kids' age, like 7, 8 years old, and now they're grown up driving. They drive to their own appointments and make their own appointments, which is wonderful, and getting to see the kids and grow up with them. It's great to be a part of that. So if any of you are looking for a new dentist, we would love to have you join our family. Definitely give us a call if you'd like to come in.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 1910 on the road to 2000. Been doing this for, since 2015. So we're rocking straight up to the 2000 show, which will be coming up on the first of the year. And Emmy Morgenstern is our planner. She's a wedding planner. She's going to plan the show. And we love Emmy Morgenstern. And she said, I want to help you plan the celebration. I don't know if it's going to be 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, whatever she wants to do. But 2,000 shows, I think it's worth having some kind of little shindig, when you think.
There you go.
This man is doing good things. The Salvation Army does good things. I love to promote the Salvation Army. I'm so glad that Melanie got us hooked up. She's right over there, Miss Montgomery. And so Mr. Benny Carringer is the young lad sitting beside me from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
And you're the captain now in the Johnson City Salvation Army?
Yes, sir.
How long you been there?
Just started my second year.
Second year? Awesome. Now, folks out there have heard about it, and we're going to talk about the kettles here in a moment, ringing the bells. But for folks who don't know, kind of give an overview. You help a lot of people in a lot of ways, probably more than we realize. So kind of, treat it as an infomercial about the Salvation Army, would you please?
Yes, so the Salvation Army here in Johnson City, right now we are operating a shelter 365 days a year. We house 15 homeless veterans in our shelter. And so if you drive by our facility on Ash Street, we're actually building a new facility just for veterans.
Awesome.
And it's hoping to be done the 1st of May of next year. And so it'll be private rooms for each one of them to have a bed, dresser, their own bathroom, and a mini fridge where they can be off the streets and have a place to lay their head at night. We owe our veterans everything.
Absolutely.
And then our regular emergency shelter, of course, is open. We have 55 beds in that. That is open 365 days a year. And then during the winter months, in that shelter, we add an additional 28 beds a night when it's below freezing. And so that's just one of our facilities. And then, of course, we continue to help those who are facing generational poverty. We help with food assistance, rental assistance, clothing assistance, fire assistance, eviction prevention, as well as a host of other things such as Christmas, which is upon us in 131 days.
There you go. Matthew 25:40. If you watch the show, it's one of my favorite verses. You've done to the least of these, my brethren, you've done it to me. So when you're helping somebody, I'm a simple old country boy. When you're helping somebody, I take that as if you're helping in that verse, you're helping the good Lord himself.
Yes, sir.
And so you can do it under the umbrella of the Salvation Army. So the kettle ringing is coming up. It's 131 days until Christmas Eve. When will we start the October? When do we start?
So our Christmas kettles will kick off on November the 17th.
November the 17th.
Which is the Friday before Thanksgiving. And we will be at select locations. And then once that Friday the 24th hits, it's a big day. That's my birthday.
Is it really?
Yes. So once that day hits, we expand more locations such as Walmart and some others in our area of which we cover. And the Salvation Army of Johnson City, we actually cover Carter, Washington, Unicoi, and Greene counties.
Oh, really?
And so we have a very large footprint, and so we're getting excited and working on the fine details to get our Christmas campaign started. $225,000 goal for those red kettles. And then we're going to probably do roughly around 1,500 kids again for our Angel Tree program as we did last year.
Awesome. So when you ring the bells and you walk up and you throw whatever you can throw, 50 cents, quarters, pennies, nickels, dimes, dollars, whatever, it goes to what?
It goes to help those programs, fund those programs, so that we can continue to provide that necessary assistance to those who are less fortunate in our community, such as a food box, a place to lay their head in our shelter, you help on the utility bill so they are not facing homelessness, so that they can stay in there. And 84 cents of every dollar stays in our community, which is a large margin. And so when you think of, your quarter on certain days is going to be doubled. We have what we call Kettle Match Fridays, where we have local businesses who will match whatever is made in those kettles up to $10,000.
Wow.
And so we can make a huge difference. And just to throw this out there, if everyone in Carter, Washington, Unicoi, and Greene counties on the first day of kettles gave $5, a Starbucks coffee drink, gave $5, we would hit our kettle goal times 3.
Really? Wow. So we want to appeal to you already. Of course, it's here. It is August. November's not here yet, but it will be. You know that as well as I do. It's clicking off as always. It seemed like the other day was Valentine's Day. Now we're looking at Labor Day and football season starting and all that. So it's going to be here before you know it. So what's the criteria or the qualifications to be able to go out and ring the bells?
So we look for churches, we look for families, we look for individuals. This is a good way for students to get community service. So they can call our office at 423-926-2101. We've already started signing folks up to ring bells. And then in the next week or so, they can go to registertoring.com and type in Johnson City, and it'll pull up all of our locations and the dates they become available, and they can sign up online as well to ring bells there. And we've got some new things we're trying this year. We're working on doing a mascot challenge, where we're working with getting mascots from the local high schools and possibly ETSU and having them ring bells so that you can come out and support your school mascot. And it gives your students a chance to get involved as well, to make a difference for those who are less fortunate in our community. And some of them are even in their schools and they just don't know it.
Just don't know it. Yep, kind of under the radar. So my appeal to you out there is to please consider, is there a time limit? Do you ring the bells for an hour, 2 hours? What is it?
So you can sign up to ring for an hour. You can sign up to ring for 2. You can sign up to ring for 8. You can sign up to ring every day all season if you'd like. Volunteers are better, and here's why. When we hire someone, we have to pay them to ring those bells, and the more volunteers we have, the more money we raise by those volunteers, the more stays in our community and the more we're able to help.
Absolutely. So you don't have to pay them, it's volunteer, then the more that goes to the bottom line.
Yes, sir.
Help these folks out. So ringing the bells. So $225,000 goal. Locations in Elizabethton will be where? Some of the locations.
The main Elizabethton location is Walmart. That's where everybody wants to ring, is at Walmart.
Okay.
And so Walmart is the biggest location there. And actually last year, Walmart was the second top location out of all of our locations. The Walmart in Elizabethton was.
As far as giving.
As far as giving.
People throwing money into the red kettles. All right, in Johnson City, where will you be?
We'll be at Hobby Lobby. We'll be at Walmart, Sam's. We have the Johnson City Mall. We have Kroger's on Sunset. We have Kroger's on State of Franklin. We have a Food Cities as well as occasionally we ring at Ingles as well.
Sign me up. I want to help. I did last year. It was 2 years. I guess last year. Can't remember. I did it in front of Food City with Lisa Baker. 2 years ago, I can't remember. It was either last year or 2 years, but I want to do it again this year too.
We'll get you.
So I want to do it multiple times. I'm just going to make that happen because, it can be cold out there, it can be rainy, it can be whatever, but all right, let's do this in closing. If you don't have the bell ringing going on, you don't have the kettles, have folks putting money in it, take that out of the equation, and then what are you faced with?
We're faced with having to turn people away and having to tell individuals who are coming to us for assistance to stay in their house for another month or 2 months that we're unable to help them. We live by our motto of doing the most good. And so when we receive those donations from our community, that's exactly what we're doing, is doing the most good with your donations to serve those people in which we service in our service area.
Love it, love it, love it. So 926-2101.
Yes, sir.
And then the ring the bell.
Registertoring.com.
Registertoring.com. So we can go there now?
Monday.
Monday.
Starting Monday, you can start signing up on the website.
All right. I want you back on next week I'll have to let you know where I'm at. I want you to come back and talk about it again next week, because we get this. All right, in a given day, ideally, how many ringers do you need? Because most people probably can't do 8 hours. I'm going to guess the average people can do an hour or 2 hours, right?
Yeah, so if every location on a given day is to be full, that's 22 locations we have. And so think of it on those Kettle Match Fridays where we have a business donating up to $10,000 in a match.
Mm-hmm.
If you cover 22 locations and each location does $300 to $400, you're going to hit your 10,000
Wow.
plus some.
Wow, that's awesome. So there you go, 926-2101. Ball teams. I mean, what a better thing to go out and take it's a winter sport. Take a basketball team or a swim team, whomever, and have multiple people sitting there. I mean, you ring 2 at a time in a kettle, or?
Yep, you can ring 2 to 4 at a time. We try to limit it at 4 just so it doesn't get overcrowded.
Yeah. So 2 or 3 at a time for any kind of a Sunday school youth group, Sunday school class. I'm talking about kids or adults. A ball team. Pick the group, any kind of group that would be out there ringing the bell. Well, it's cold. Okay. It's cold for the folks out there sleeping and homeless too, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. That's what gets me, because, wow, it's cold out there when you're ringing that bell. Well, we're ringing the bell so those out there that are in the cold won't be in the cold. We'll get them inside.
2 hours is nothing compared to 24.
There you go. November the 24th is a big day. It's his birthday. So, Captain Benny Carringer, Salvation Army. Man, thank you.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you very much. You better go get your food now before the line gets back at it. We got a break in the action. You and Miss Montgomery get you some lunch, and we'll talk again, all right?
Yes, sir.
Yep, quick break. We'll be right back. Big. Man, I'm all about it. I've always, when I was a kid, I did it for the first time 2 years ago or last year. I've always wanted to ring the bell. Don't know why. I always thought it was so cool. Those people be out there in the cold ringing the bell to help somebody else less fortunate than they are. And when I did it at the Food City a couple of years ago, it was awesome. A lot of folks came up and threw in money, and, you know, it's just what it's all about. It's helping one another, and the need very much is out there. Quick break. We'll be right back after this. From Brummett Sports, we'll check in with Jeff Birchfield talking NASCAR and high school football next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, live on Wing Wednesday at Phil's Dream Pit. So we're at Brummett Sports Shop, and Elizabeth and Lori Wilson, the owner, and one of the hot items going into the holidays are varsity jackets or Letterman jackets. Tell us about it.
Well, Tom, we do varsity jackets for all our local schools. These are Holloway jackets, and the body is 24-ounce wool, and then most of the jackets we will get leather sleeves on them. We can also do the wool sleeves. But like I said, they're Holloway, so they're high-quality jackets. We can do any color for any school. We will put your school letter on the front, your name. See, this one has a name. We also have a local lady here that makes the patches. So the turnaround time is really pretty short for a custom jacket. The other thing we will do is if you play a sport, we will put a ball patch with your number in it, your varsity years that you played. We can do inserts, like we do a cross for FCA. We can do ball inserts if you play basketball or football or whatever. We also have band jackets. So here we have a band letter for this young lady. And one other thing we do are like custom patches, embroidered patches. So she plays mellophone and French horn, so she requested that. So we put that on her jacket. If you're all conference, if your team won the conference, we can do that. Let's see, on the back of the jackets, we can do either the like the nickname for your school. So this is Betsy Band. We also have Vikings for Tennessee High, Pioneers for Crockett, Greenville for the Greenville jacket. Another option for the back of the jacket is we can do your name and number.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, and then also we have position patches. So C for center, or we had one earlier that someone picked up, point guard, so that was PG and SG. But we do all local schools. Like I said, they're Holloway, so they're good quality jackets, and we sell a lot of them. And the kids love these jackets. They love to show off their accomplishments, their team's accomplishments, and represent their school.
Tell us how we can get a hold of you.
Okay, our phone number is 423-542-2321. We also have a Facebook page, Brummett Sports Shop, so you can message me there. You can message me on my personal Facebook page, Lori Wilson, or you can email at BrumittsTN, that's BRUMITSTN @charter.net. We'd love to hear from you.
Got the rolling back on the Tom Baylor Sports Show. We are live here again at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Again, Wing Wednesday, 349-6437. 4 wings and 1 side for $10.49. The wing platter, 6 wings and 2 sides for $13.99. If you just want to come in and get a single wing, they're $1.39 a piece. And the sauces are buffalo, original sweet, dry rub, garlic parmesan, dry fire, and sweet Thai chili. Which one of those you like?
I like sweet Thai chili. I like a dry rub. I like the original sweet. I don't like.
Okay.
I'm not huge on buffalo sauce. A lot of people love it. My kids love it, but I don't like that vinegar taste that much myself.
Yeah, but you like dry rub?
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one?
The Thai chili. I know I like
sweet
it.
Thai chili?
Yeah.
Sauce?
And I know I like the original sweet for sure.
Wing Wednesday, folks. Only time to do it's today. Every Wednesday, Wing Wednesday. At 349-6437, the number to call to get signed up for Wing Wednesday. Just put that right there on that. That way you don't have to keep holding it. And we'll just fix that. And
all right.
There we go. Because it's making too much noise. Now we fixed it. All right. NASCAR. I don't even like talking about road races, but it's out there. So how did it go last weekend?
Well, man, it was pretty big upset. Like, I had my story today's paper about Michael McDowell. I said you call it an upset, but it's definitely not a fluke. That team's been performing much better this year. Still, I don't think anybody would have dreamed Michael McDowell would lead 54 of the 82 laps there at Indy. Really no cautions after the first one. It wasn't, to me, the most exciting race, but they're talking about going back to the oval next year, which the oval racing at Indy's not been that great either. I guess one thing perturbs me is how they keep on crown jewel with Indy, but the Bristol Night Race is never a crown jewel, and you've got 4 times as many people at the Bristol Night Races at Indy attending now.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly. I mean, it's the Bristol Night Race is kind of like, they try to make it an afterthought. It ain't. It's one of the crown jewels.
To me, it's the second biggest race behind the Daytona 500. I mean, I'd rate it ahead of even the Coke 600 at Charlotte or the Southern 500 at Darlington. I know the Southern 500's got all the tradition, and then the Coke 600's on racing's biggest day, with Monaco and Indy. But the Bristol Night Race, I mean, it's incredible, biggest short track race, in the world, really.
When I was up there doing the announcing, the drivers would tell you that, the trophy they want. In fact, the story goes, I never saw, but I was told that one of the few trophies that Dale Sr. had in his office was all the trophies he'd won. He won a bunch of them, was the Bristol trophies. He was very proud of those.
Well, I mean, Bristol's such a tough place to win. Plus, I mean, for years, fans have always voted it, their favorite track, favorite race, the Bristol Night Race.
And so they raced in Indianapolis. Michael McDowell, I thought it was really cool. It's a great storyline for. He's a great guy, man of faith, and thought it was cool. I read your story, and they said the family just come to the races they think he can win.
Yeah.
And they came and watched him race, right?
Yeah, came and watched him race, so it's made things interesting. That took away a playoff spot, that would have been eligible points otherwise. So now it makes it interesting going into those final 2 races at Watkins Glen and Daytona.
Yep, and so you look at the drivers that have clinched a playoff spot. Basically, going to this is 13. Is that right?
That is correct.
All right. So the ones that are out there kind of hanging, they're in, but they're not in as yet, would be Kevin Harvick, or they're in, but they can get knocked out, I guess. Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, and Bubba Wallace. Those are the 3 that are there. But now the guys outside the playoffs, Daniel Suarez, Ty Gibbs, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, those are the guys that are on the outside looking in right now, right?
Yeah, and I think of those guys, Daniel Suarez is probably the only guy that I would say he's got a legitimate shot of making it in on points. I would think the other guys are going to have to win a race to get in.
So Chase Elliott, I mean, he's down to 2. Watkins, they're all down to 2. Watkins Glen this weekend, and Daytona, the big X Factor next weekend. Of course, I guess Watkins Glen can be an X Factor too. Road races tend to get a little squirrely, and so Alex Bowman not having a real good year, is he?
Not having a good year at all. You know, he got hurt in the sprint car wreck outside of his cup car, missed those 4 races. But even with that, he and Chase Elliott are tied in points. And Chase ran 3 less races than Alex has. So, you know, Chase was the guy I picked to win Indy. He didn't. He come in second, but I think he's got an excellent shot this weekend at Watkins Glen. You know, that's where he's got his first career win. And he's really the best road racer, you know, in all of NASCAR. Although Martin Truex Jr., he's been really tough on the road race and, you know, tracks as well.
Hello, Jules Roberts. Hello to Jerry Keller, Rob Fritz, Lisa Baker. Baker says, we've done it the past 2 years. So I can't even remember. So we have rang the bells the last 2 years. Rang for the kettle. You ever done that?
I've never done that. I was thinking of one of the basketball coaches when I would try to call and get stats and scores from him after the game. He had that old song, Ring My Bell.
From Anita. Yeah. Anita, somebody, you can ring my bell. Anita Ward, that don't sound right. You can ring my bell. Yep. Yeah. So anyway, I think it's really cool. I'm going to do it, and we'll see if we get other folks to help me do it too. Just ring the bells for an hour at a time, whatever. Just set out to ring the bell. I would guess it's almost like anything else. I'll get more out of it than the folks do receiving it, but watching people throw money in the kettles, the Salvation Army, $225,000 goal this year. So, and a lot of folks are depending on it for it to happen. So we'll talk more about that as we get closer. It starts November the 17th. All right, so here's your 13 that are in. William Byron, Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Chris Buescher, Christopher Bell, Ross Chastain, Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick, Michael McDowell, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. So by wins, it's William Byron. Is he the favorite because he's got 4 wins or not?
Well, he would have been, but lately Martin Truex Jr. has probably been the hottest driver the last couple months, him and Denny Hamlin. Of course, I don't think I picked at the first of the year when we did our pick, I picked Kyle Larson to win, and man, that guy just shows his talent week after week. He last week won the Knoxville Nationals, which is the biggest sprint car race of the season. That's the second time in 3 years he's won that. I mean, led off 50 laps. He's just been amazing, you know, what he does outside of NASCAR as well as what he does in the Cup Series.
Is he a good interview? Easy to interview?
Yeah, he's always been super nice to me as far as, you know, Kyle Larson. I've never had a bad interview with him.
Next month, Rusty Wallace is coming to Elizabeth on the Boys and Girls Club. He's a guest speaker, and I've told everybody, get your tickets because Rusty Wallace is a great, dinner speaker in this case. He's got a lot of stories, very animated, isn't he?
Yeah, sure is. I guess of all the NASCAR drivers I've interviewed over the years, I would say I've thought about who probably I've interviewed the most as far as Cup Series guys, and Rusty would probably be number 2. I'd say the only person I've probably interviewed more times than him is probably Jeff Gordon. So
he's a good interview too, isn't he?
Yeah, Rusty and Jeff Gordon both are great interviews. You know, they're both really. I never had a bad interview with either one of those guys.
I guess he'll just get up there and just tell stories. I mean, the guy's been around for years, got all kinds of stories. He rubbed elbows with the greats, and it'll be a great night again for the Boys and Girls Club in Elizabethton to raise money. And the guest speakers next month will be, again, Rusty Wallace, NASCAR driver, who had a birthday last week. I think I read where he turned 67. Hello, Keith Barnett. November 1 in July 1979. Ring my bell.
That's
Keith, your buddy, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, Keith, he can tell you on those. That's great.
What's her last name, Keith? Anita somebody. He'll know that, too. So, Anita, I want to say Anita Ward. That don't sound right. But anyway, you can ring my... That's good. That is good. So, I'm sure he'll tell us here in a second. So, right now, who's got the mojo? We got 2 more races left out of these 13 drivers. Who's got the mojo right now?
Well, like I said, I think, probably Truex and Hamlin probably are your 2 guys. Of course, Chris Buescher had the 2 wins back-to-back. That team's running really, really well right now. Ross Chastain had fallen off a little bit, but I see Ross making a pretty strong comeback here in the, playoffs as well and stuff. And that's going to be the interesting thing, say, if comes down that final race, all these guys who are not in the playoffs but have teammates like a Daniel Suarez, like say Chase Elliott or Alex Bowman, one's still not in there, like Bubba Wallace maybe. They're all racing for that final spot at Daytona. how will the teams work together, and the teammates help each other out.
The silly season hasn't really started yet, has it? I haven't heard too many driver moves yet.
No, not really. Haven't had a whole lot of them, so far. I guess one of the big ones was Justin Haley talking about he's going to Rick Ware racing, which a lot of people were sort of rolling their eyes at that, but they don't realize Rick Ware racing is involved in like all kinds of different series now, including NHRA and IndyCar. So, he's putting some real money into that race team.
So, who's the big free agent out there this year?
Well,
Truex he's locked up, isn't he?
Yeah, Truex just signed. Probably the biggest move, with the whole deal with Noah Gragson and the legacy moving to Toyota. I mean, the big speculation's been that John Hunter Nemechek's probably going to come from the Xfinity series and move up to that 42 car.
Your defending champion, how's he doing going to the last two Logano's? He doing okay?
Logano's really not been running all that great, the last little bit. That whole Team Penske team's been down. Really, RFK's been the top performing Ford team with, Buescher and Keselowski the last little bit.
We're live again. We are here. We're at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. You're going to get something, ain't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She said, what, you stupid?
That'd be my quest for perfect belly filling right there.
All right, Friday night, let's switch gears. It's getting cranked up. Can't wait. High school football. The Cyclones will be against Science Hill and Johnson City, and you've been around to all the teams, and we've talked and talked and talked now, and we're going to put our money where our mouth is, and it's opening night on Friday night. It should be a great night.
Yeah, those are two of the teams I weren't around their media days, but I know both teams have pretty high expectations. I know Science Hill has Swartz back as quarterback, and I know Elizabethton's returned a lot of guys. Always a great game when those two teams play anyway, and then you've got other teams in action. I know Westridge playing Volunteer, Dobbins Bennett season opener, Daniel Boone, Crockett, all those teams, Happy Valley and Cloudland, a big Carter County matchup there. So I think it should be some really good games this weekend.
DB goes to Farragut. See, Daniel Boone's got Irwin, North Carolina. Crockett goes to South Green. Daniel Boone has Irwin, North Carolina. Let's see, Westridge will play Volunteer. So, and Cloudland will be at Happy Valley. Pigeon Forge will be getting Hampton about of the Bulldogs. And Unaka, trying to do all these from memory, trying to impress you. Unaka's going somewhere. They're on the road.
I can't remember.
Chucky Doak, maybe?
Maybe. I know one thing on that, you mentioned Pigeon Forge and Hampton. That should be a fantastic game. Tigers are always a really good team, and then the Bulldogs, of course, year after year do what they do. And then another one I see got highlighted there should be a fantastic game, Sullivan East at Johnson County. Then down in Morristown, the battle of East and West. That's always a big deal in that town for sure.
In Unicoi County, go to Northview Academy, and I was right. Unaka will play Chucky Doak at Chucky Doak. And then, let's see what we got over here. We got, of course, our game. Greenville opens up at Tennessee High Friday night to Stone Castle. Big test for both teams there. North Green and West Green, as we said, Westridge will be a Volunteer. And our game will be the, Railroad Rumble number 3, the Cyclones and the Hilltoppers. Carter County Bank, Elizabethton, Bank of Tennessee, Science Hill. It's going to be good. So
I think Tennessee High is going to be a really good team this year, but man, what a tough opener there with Greenville. The last few years they've been opening Dobbins Bennett, but even though Greenville's a couple of classifications smaller, I mean, that's definitely not any easier.
Have you had your assignment made yet? You know where you're going to be?
I'm going to be in the office just tracking the games we're not at, so that's what I end up doing a lot during football and basketball season anymore.
So on a Friday night when they all call in the scores, you're dealing with how many schools? It's unbelievable because you got Virginia and Tennessee,
yeah,
right?
Virginia and Tennessee. You're dealing 30 schools, probably, and they usually don't call in. I can track them on Twitter. I can get them to email sometimes, but I usually have to call the coaches and stuff because, and that's not an insult to the coaches. They just got a million things going on after the game. I mean, their number one priority is obviously the boys and making sure, they're all right and getting ready to get on the bus if they're on a road game or whatever,
So you're in scramble mode a lot because you got a deadline to get all this in, right?
Yeah, and the way our paper's changing this year, I guess it's going to be interesting Friday night because, we are now mail service in the county, so our deadlines have moved up. So I guess we'll see how it goes Friday night.
So if they call in after the deadline, you just have to say the game still was in progress at press time, right?
Yeah, I mean, we'll still have a report online and stuff. I mean, we're still, want to have games that we'll definitely put it on our website and all that. So definitely not going to ignore them or anything
Right.
like that.
Right.
You know.
But it may be a little tough because most games don't even start till 7 or 7:30.
Exactly.
And your deadline's at 8. So
Well, no, on Friday night's a little later, so
Oh.
it's going to be, but it is going to be tight deadline still.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So when I see him at the game, don't talk to him. Just let him type. Let's see.
we usually have some good people help us out too, though. You know, some not only assistant coaches, but some other, people like that. You know, some of the well, I've called you before, and stuff. But I know with Elizabeth, and we've got Wes Holtzclaw there, who used to be a sports editor up there at Elizabeth, and Wes always really good to help us out and
Yeah.
give us some stats and stuff like that.
Rob Fritz says Jeff Birchfield one of the best around. There you go.
Well, I appreciate Rob saying that. He's an old Hampton boy, and of course the Bulldogs. You do always have a lot of positive stuff about them because, of course, they're good in football and basketball year after year after year. You know, it's just, I think, a testament to that community and just how tough those kids are up there.
Yep. And the first game coming up, they got the Pigeon Forge Tigers coming up on Friday night at Hampton. So, gonna be good. All right, what are you working on right now? Any other stories you want to tell us about?
Yeah, well, we'll have in tomorrow's paper, have our big football, section comes out, and then we've got with Providence Academy, I've got a story about them, where they're starting a football program, which is mainly JV, but they're playing Science Hill freshman squad, then they're playing the Johnson County JV squad, and then they're playing Tri-Cities Christian varsity squad. So
wow.
It's going to be a interesting 3-game season for them. But of course, Daniel Kilgore, the former Dobbins Bennett star, who went on and played Appalachian State and played in the Super Bowl, both the 49ers and Chiefs, he's going to be, he's the coach, there. So I'm sure they'll do a good job.
Yep. Our buddy Jeff Birchfield, sports writer, Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times News. Get you some lunch, sir. Enjoy it. And we'll talk next week.
Sounds great.
Thank you, sir. Good job. Quick break. We'll be right back after this. And we'll run down a few more things. Take a look at some volleyball from last night and some soccer and all that. And we'll do that right after this from one of our great sponsors, Making It Go, the good folks from Advanced Heat Pump Systems on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
My name is Michael Vance, Vice President of Advanced Heat Pump Systems. Advanced Heat Pump Systems has been open and providing service for over 35 years. The services we provide are installation and service of home heating and cooling systems. Our company's goal is to provide quality service for our customers. The reason you should hire Advanced Heat Pump Systems is because we offer a dependable, quality, trained technician to service your heating and air conditioning.
Start thinking stains and painting. You got a full line. Tell us about that. Big John's Closeouts.
Yeah, we've got about anything that you might need in your interior painting supplies and stuff of that nature, from either Valspar or the California paint, which used to be many years ago Gray Seal paint. A lot of people remembers that. As far as that nature, we can mix different colors. We've got color charts that you can pick from. We've got your primers if you've got where you've had a water leak or whatever. We've got primers and things that you can put on there so it doesn't bleed through as far as that goes. And of course, we've got all your application items that you might need, from paintbrushes to rollers to everything from Worcester, which is American made pretty much. And so we're very proud of that. A lot of people will be starting to think about getting out on the deck now. It's getting warmer and things of that nature. Not only doing repair work with our full line of treated lumber and other stuff, but thinking about staining. Whether you want a semi-transparent, semi-solid, solid color stain. We stock the Cabot line, and we're also bringing in a new line of stain that is a Ready Seal stain, which is almost bulletproof. You just pretty much with their stain product eliminate any brush marks, lap marks with your rollers. It flows, and basically you get an almost foolproof finish with that Ready Seal stain. We'll have about 6 to 8 colors in stock probably within the next 2 weeks of that. And so we're very excited about having that. That's going to be our newest line that we're adding.
It's awesome. It's all available. Big John's Closeouts here in Elizabethton. The hours are open, sir.
7:30 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 on Saturday.
And how can we find you to find out more on social media?
BigJohnsCloseouts.com. You can also email us at experts@BigJohnsCloseouts.com or give us a call at 542-4755.
One of our great sponsors of the Tom Dillard Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Be loyal, buy local at Big John's Closeout here in Elizabethton. I'm back with the Tom Dillard Sports Show. Before we wrap it up here, let's run down what happened last night in volleyball. It was South Green defeating the Lady Cyclones 3-2. Sullivan East blanking Happy Valley 3-0. Science Hill shuts out Granger 3-0. It was Westridge beating Greenville 3-0. Unicoi County 3-1 over Kachia, the homeschoolers, and West Green beat Chucky Doak 3-1. One tonight going on. Volunteer playing at Daniel Boone in volleyball tonight. In soccer from last night, it was, let's see what we got here. We have Sullivan East beating Unicoi County 4-0. Greenville over Volunteer 9-0 in soccer. Claiborne beat Cherokee 10-0. And let's see, I was gone. So Tennessee High to Elizabethton, don't have a score on that one. We don't have the Providence and University High score either. So, but they did play last night. Everybody off tonight. And then for Thursday in soccer, DB plays at Jeff County. Morristown East will be at Westridge. Sullivan East Soccer hosting Crockett, and Cock County Soccer will be at Cherokee on Thursday. And again, as we said, volleyball, the only one tonight for volleyball is Volunteer at Daniel Boone. So the RUB for that. All right, that's going to wrap it up. Big thanks to the guests today. We appreciate everybody coming. Courtney Whitson, Middle Tennessee State Lady Blue Raider, stopping by and talking about her season coming up, her final season at MTSU. And she came and gave me a ball cap and autographed it. How about that? Says Courtney, Colossians 3:23, number 33. How about that? Thanks to Michaela Miller from right here at Phil's Dream Pit. Greg Salyer, the birthday boy. Major League Baseball update. Benny Carringer, the captain of the Salvation Army. Jeff Birchfield, Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times News sports writer. I think I got them all. Oh, Christy Riddle from Elizabethton High School APO. Got them all in. Big thank you to everybody being on the show. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Back at it tomorrow. We'll be at the Lingerfield Drug Center in Elizabethton tomorrow. Then Friday, Food City Friday, kicking off the weekend. And high school football and football Friday night for the Cyclones. We'll be at Food City in Elizabethton on Friday. So we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. If you don't have a church home, please consider visiting Pleasant Beach Baptist Church tonight on Watauga Road in Elizabethton. Love to have you. The Master Club program's kicked up and in and ready to go for the new year, new school year. Master Club for all the youngsters and back in the Bobby Stout Fellowship Hall. And then we also, of course, have the regular prayer meeting for the adults. So we'd love to see you and have you. Starts at 7 o'clock tonight. And then we go from there to tomorrow, Lingerfield Drug Center, broadcasting live. So there you go. We always wrap things up by saying, bloom where you're planted and win or lose. Be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 1910 today. Again, originating from Phil's Dream Pit, where it's Wing Wednesday. We appreciate Brian Pipkin. They're now our pregame sponsor of all of our sports. And so we love promoting Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue here. Interstate 26 exit, Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. How about that? See you back here tomorrow at 11 o'clock from Lingerfield Drug Center in Elizabeth. Until then, as always, we'll tell you, bloom where you planted. And win or lose, be a good sport. And we'll wrap it up as we always do with the verse of the day. And we'll come today again. Let's see. It will come out of the Psalms 5:3. In the morning, O Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning, I lay my request before you and wait in expectation. Psalms 5:3.